Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
It is actually evening, but who would know?
It's morning in Dubai.
It is also in, not really. Actually, let's see.
Is it?
Dubai,
I really don't know.
Dubai, yeah, it's 5 a.m.
Yeah, it's morning.
Morning in America.
America, greatest country on earth.
Actually, it's 2 a.m. in Dubai.
If you don't travel that much.
You're a traitor.
Well, we're top 10 for sure.
I mean, that's true. You gotta go with, a high ranking.
Top 10 isn't bad.
No, it's not. It's really, it's really quite good when you consider there's 200 countries.
Yeah.
So from that standpoint, it's nice to know that we've got room for improvement.
So from that standpoint, democracy wins again. Hell yeah! Democracy wins again. They're afraid I'm ring.
As it always does. All right. Is Sarah joining us?
Yeah, she's booting in. She's plugging into the matrix.
I understand. I am actually all by myself. Don't want to be all by myself. Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
Here were Elsie's words. Quote, I don't want to talk to anyone. Close quotes.
Oh, she's sitting this one out? It's not like she's not there. She's just sitting it out?
Yeah, she's sitting it out. Although... Then she
doesn't want to talk to anyone. We're not good enough, huh? That's what it is?
No.
Not good enough to hear her, to be graced by her words?
Not so, actually. It's that she didn't want to see her ugly mugs. Because she's like, if I can call in, I'm fine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's understandable.
That is understandable. So she may be...
This workaround. She could put a bag over her head.
Well,
if she wanted.
I think her preference would be to put a bag over each of your heads.
Or a blindfold, at least.
I'm so sorry. I mean, no, so Elsie may be calling in. That's the truth.
It may seem impossible. That's the gospel truth.
That's an interesting reference, which I don't know.
It's from Hercules.
No, I'll be...
And that's the gospel truth.
This has been a very special musical edition so far. Did I say special like Popeye? I didn't mean to.
Special.
I don't know, but I like it.
Popeye, one of the only, the pioneer in cartoon characters performing on screen with a visible stroke in every episode. He did it first.
A pioneer indeed. In fact, maybe the
spinach.
Only.
If eating spinach makes you look like Popeye, I'm fucking good. You know what I mean?
I'm out on that.
He had tumors on his forearms. Only half of his face worked. For God's sake.
That was from the mustard gas.
In World War I, perhaps.
Did he fight in World War I? Is that canon?
Sure.
Is there a Popeye canon?
I think so.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, is Guy joining us?
Is Guy here?
Yeah, I see a little square that says Guy.
Well, that would be a special treat. That would be an especial treat.
I was just wondering where he's been. So, I don't know if we want to do this at the end or in the middle or when, but I want to start doing a new segment of the show.
Yeah? What segment is that?
I can't believe I haven't done this before, but I want to call it, it's going to be Restaurant Etiquette Public Service Announcement.
Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, a restaurant.
So I'm going to give you, at some point, I'm going to give you a scenario, okay?
Okay.
In a restaurant, and then I'm going to stop and tell you where everyone fucked up. All right?
That sounds great. I'd like that a lot. We can do that
Practical
at some
examples.
point. We're gonna do that at some point in the pod. But in the meantime, I would note two things. One, Sarah, I've tried to do something like that with you with Ask a Computer Engineer, but apparently the scenarios that you have are so boring that nothing works there.
You don't want nothing.
I don't want
any
of that.
None of my advice.
I got you. Okay.
Have you tried turning it off and then on again?
Can you hear me now? Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Yes, Guy,
yeah.
you're in like
clear.
You're in like Shin, as it
Clear
were.
as a bell.
At least on the MacBook. I don't know if you have your mic turned on or not.
I do. You should.
Oh my God!
You sound nice.
I'll tell you what. When you speak into that mic, it's a miracle. Oh, man.
Very good.
Oh, yeah. That's very nice. Well, we most definitely have a quorum at this point, so let's get started, shall we? Welcome to a Shin Show. I'm your convivial host, Pete Shin, from an underlound, again with the L's this week, an underground location right here on the East Coast. And then joining me also from Omaha, son Nicholas and daughter Sarah, from an undisclosed underground bunker location in the Midwest. Hello, Sarah and Nick.
Good evening.
Hello.
Yeah.
And then finally we have rejoining us after many weeks of absences, the cantankerous Uncle Guy from an undisclosed above ground split level location in Denver. I mean, in the West.
You fucked up already. I'll let the cat out
You've given
of the
away
bag.
my location. What's
Undisclosed
going on here?
location in Denver.
Well, it's a big city. And,
It's misleading.
and
Undisclosed location at this location.
all right, I admit I did fuck that up. Yeah. Anyway, but not really because Guy, let's be honest, you don't live in Denver.
That's true. I don't.
So I'm not
You're
going to
fucking up even more, dude. You're narrowing it down.
That's true. I am. That's a good point.
You want to just give them my fucking address? Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, we won't do that. All right. So we've started a new thing since last you've been on the show, Guy. We open up with personal news. And so my personal news this week, and Elsie's too. Elsie may have some separate personal news, but the personal news for me is we stained our deck. And that was quite a process. I mean, it's a big deck. It took us all of 2 days to do, full 2 days, because I screwed up and I couldn't get my sprayer working at first. My guy got so bored he literally walked away from the computer.
Look, home ownership isn't for everyone.
No, it's not. And in any event, all right. So that's the end of that story. We sprayed our friggin' deck. Looks great. Looks great.
Wait,
Though.
I was gonna say, how long has this been? This has been like an ongoing project.
Yeah, it was a multiple week. First there was the spraying and the power washing and the cleaning and the tightening, and then there was the tearing down of the screens and the more power washing and the spraying. It was a multi-week process. But it's
Yeah, I fucking need to do that.
yeah, well, and then you're supposed to get 2 coats, but we said nah, dog. 1 thick coat's what's going to get it. So that's that.
Okay.
That's the whole story. We stained. Let me sum up the story. We stained our deck. The end.
Here I am. I was cooking carrots. Sorry.
Well, I thought I just chased you off with sheer boredom.
No, but you see where my priorities lie, right?
I do. I really do. All right, so that's my personal news. I stained a deck. How about you, Guy? Any personal news this week?
Yeah, I had a roofer try and rip me off for $1,500, and I caught him in the act.
Yeah, luckily you know if a roofer is doing you dirty. I mean, most.
Yeah, well, you know, I wouldn't say they were necessarily doing me dirty, but I have a 8-inch hole in my roof where the vent used to be, and then they put a 4-inch vent in that hole and put shingles around it instead of removing the decking, putting a new piece of decking, and then drilling the right size hole. So, and then they tried to charge me $1,500 for it for 30 minutes worth of labor and $20 worth of parts, and I said, no, you all got to fix it right.
And, yeah, so good on you for catching them in the act and then forcing them to do the right thing. Well done.
Well, and that does pose a question I wanted to ask you guys since we have a quorum. Do you think that I should post to social media what they did? Because I guarantee you, if I was a little old lady and I didn't know any better, they would have charged me $1,500 for that.
Yeah, that is scummy. Yeah. Yeah, sure. I don't think there's a problem with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
What I would
What kind
recommend.
of social media are we talking?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Google review.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Yelp review.
You should make multiple accounts and just fucking leave several different reviews. Each one, like the first one should be the real one, the one that's your name, and then these other burner accounts could be ones that get increasingly darker and more fucked up. I mean hundreds of accounts too. This might take months to, a year.
You know what? I like your
It's
your
a hobby,
style.
It's something to do, something to obsess over.
I like how devious you are.
Well, let's ask Sarah.
Yeah.
Couldn't you automate the whole process through a series of bots?
No, but then it's not heartfelt, You want the vitriol to be tangible in each review.
So not to
What
like
if we
change the
all
subject
do
or
it?
anything.
Yeah.
We could all do it. Yeah, we could all get in on that.
We've definitely done that before.
What?
Well, not like us four, but one time we went to a restaurant. It was so shitty that all 6 of us wrote a shitty review on their Google page.
Yeah, well, that's fair enough, but that you didn't then create 100 fake accounts and then leave increasingly dark and morbid reviews,
But
did
you're
you?
a computer engineer, so I think you can help me out with this, Sarah.
I think
Totally could, right? Dude, okay, so not to change the subject, but my HR manager shares like really shitty applications with me and with a few of us. And one of them, I swear to God, was written by a bot. It was like the one part I remember is that I am, space, intelligent in all caps, space, comma.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It was
do good work. Hire me. Money needing me need money now.
it was exactly like that.
Was it a Chinese bot?
I don't know, man.
Something else.
I think honestly, I think it was a high schooler, but it was. Oh, here it is. Okay. Demonstrated ability to complete tasks accurately despite interruptions and competing demands. Okay, that sounds fine. I'm very space intelligent. It's space, comma, creative. I love learning new KNEW things and always stay on top of my work.
That's great. That's
Space, period.
You have to try harder to spell that word wrong.
Yeah.
You have to try. You got
There's
to
more
add
letters.
extra words.
That actually sounds like my resume.
I may have mailed one of those in to you.
All right, so that's good. That's really interesting,
Is
Sarah.
there more though?
Yeah.
You're looking like you're reading more.
It's more of the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so do you have any personal news besides the fact that your HR manager gave you the shitty program to implement?
Okay, in tasks, like the skill set or whatever, there's plating and presentation, but she only has 3 jobs. The only one that could possibly be food related is a Chuck E. Cheese cashier.
I don't.
Where did you learn presentation and plating? Okay, anyway. Go on.
Chuck E.
What?
Cheese
Well, I don't
cashier.
understand. What
That
do
has
you mean?
nothing to do with food.
Yeah.
Well,
What?
the other one's Walmart and then her high school diploma. So
Is this a
Chuck E.
resume?
Cheese cashier.
Is this a resume? Is that what we're talking about here?
it's a snippet of a resume. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, I thought that. So I misunderstood this. I thought that your HR manager gave you a program. I didn't realize this was a fucking resume.
No, it's a resume, dude.
Yes, dude. It's a resume. Someone sent this in an attempt, in a hope that they would get a
God.
job from it.
But
Oh.
it sounded like it looks like it's written by a bot.
Oh my
is
God.
what reminded me of it.
Well, maybe a bot's trying to get hired. Have you ever thought of that?
You know what? If they can do the job better
Whatever
than
happened
half
to
my
equal
coworkers,
opportunity?
then-
Yeah. So whatever happened equal. Well, what job was this insane person applying for?
Probably call center.
Oh, I see.
I mean, it's not
Yeah.
difficult.
They sound.
What happened to your audio, Pete?
Well, what do you mean? Nothing. Nothing happened to it. You all
He was
can-
just mumbling.
Yeah, right.
He's a mumbler.
A world-class mumbler. So, do you have any other personal news, Sarah?
It sounds like wah, 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 wah.
It's kind of on your end there, pal.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
sounds good to me.
Yeah.
The only other personal news is this other application. Can I please read this to you guys?
Oh, of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm liking this.
This person worked at Tyson Foods Incorporated. Responsibilities: expose kidney on hogs. Accomplishments. Hold on, it gets better. I fully qualified to do my job faster than expected, and was only one in 5 years that could qualify and stick with the position. Okay, good, fine.
Well, that's true.
Still-
Exposing kidneys on hogs.
Exposed kidneys on hogs
Yeah, that's
is what? That was under what?
Tyson Foods Incorporated. Okay, skills used: using a ring knife. I exposed the kidneys on the hog. My speed and accuracy are great. I'm also qualified to use a straight knife and a dehinder knife.
Ooh.
This guy applied
For what? What is he applying for?
call center agent.
Does he think he's going to be using a ring knife in the call center?
I fucking hope not.
Expose kidneys?
He's applying for serial killer. Silence of the Lambs.
What even is a ring knife? What does that mean?
I assume you cut rings out of flesh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more curious as what's a dehinder.
Yeah, me too. I would very much like to see a dehinder in action.
You don't want to see it, brother. You don't want to see
I
that.
don't really
If
want
you
to
don't
see
already know, you can't
dehindering.
afford it.
Oh, heavens. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're involved in the hiring process. Welcome to HR, Sarah.
She's not, though. It's
Oh.
just her HR rep is just showing her these because they're so atrocious. Is
Oh,
my
I see.
understanding.
I mean, I am tangentially involved in that I have to give them the keys to the kingdom, but that's only after they get hired.
After they, right, give them the keys to the kingdom, they're going to give you a dehinder knife.
A dehinder. What the fuck?
Oh, that's
All right.
that's
You might
disturbing.
need to look that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of invested in it now.
All right, so Nick, any personal news this week?
No, I got my fucking insurance and tags and.
Oh, you did get your tags. Good for you.
Yeah. Had to get insurance for that, and then I go there, and she didn't even ask for my fucking insurance.
What a waste! Oh, what a waste insurance is.
Yeah, I needed to get it either way, but
I did not know. I did not know you were driving around without car insurance.
Yeah, for kind of a long time, to be honest.
Well-
Like, a long time. I thought that was going to affect my ability to get insurance again, but for some reason, it went down,
Oh,
which is not.
just wait around, I guess.
Yeah, until it goes down. You got to wait them out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, apparently. So,
But it was $600 for 6 months last year,
yeah.
and now it's $500 for 6 months.
Well, that's a pretty good deal. Let me ask you this. Well, you're getting older too, but let me ask you this question: do you have any health insurance at all?
Oh,
Come on.
yeah.
on.
I think China Buffet got benefits. I don't think so. Their only benefit is trichinosis.
That's a questionable benefit.
Yeah. And if you're lucky for your Christmas bonus, some salmonella on top.
Listen, I think I've got down to the dehinder mystery.
Yeah.
I bet you it's actually a dehider knife.
Oh, I see.
So it's just another.
But
Typo.
dehinder is so much better. Rolls off the tongue, you know?
It sure
Dehinder
does.
does sound better, but I believe it's a dehider. I
Okay.
think it's a misspelling. Is what I think.
Okay.
Shocking that resume would contain a misspelling.
Yeah. That the resume of Norman Bates would contain such a misspelling.
Oh, heavens.
Buffalo Bill
Yeah, more like.
applies for a job in the call center.
Hello, I'm calling today to.
Puts
I was
the
just
lotion on the skin, or it gets those again.
wondering if you had any lotion, and if you're putting it on its, and if it's putting it on its skin.
Oh, heavens. All right, so a lot of good personal news this week for sure. Now, Nick, I noticed that you were vaping earlier. So have you switched over then?
No,
Permanently?
this is marijuana. If I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
Very good.
Oh,
Oh, God.
Make the podcast a little more interesting.
oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Well, all right then. As your parent, I'm obliged by law to say stop that. So I did.
Okay.
I just did.
I mean, you are
You're gonna say stop it to the marijuana, but not to the cigarettes.
No,
Come on.
only to the. Well, he said it to the cigarettes too, but
He was excited that
you're
were
only obligated by law because of your geographical location.
You're
If we were
only
both-
obligated by parental law, I
Oh
believe.
yeah, I guess you're right. I guess.
Canon law. Or something, some kind of law. Anyway, so good personal news this week. I think everybody had some great stories except me. Just stained a deck. It's not nearly as exciting as getting a resume from a potential serial killer, that's for sure.
From a definite 100% confirmed serial
No
killer.
question about it. Hey,
Why
Nick-
the fuck would you even put that on your resume? That must be all he knows, to be honest.
Well, it's true. I mean, hey, you've done it for 5 years. Why not be proud of it? That's what I say.
I mean, yeah, but better off to put McDonald's on that fucker than I slaughter animals for a living.
Yeah, and let me just go ahead and in detail give you the step-by-step process of how I slaughter said animals and what tools I use.
Yeah, I gotta say, I would probably go ahead if I was sending in that resume and say I was, a salesperson or something. I'd just flat out lie. Or a line supervisor. Okay, you could make that transition from exposing kidneys on hogs. I mean, that's a tough one.
I don't
I'm
think
gonna tell
any
you-
resume should mention hog.
No resume. But I'm going to tell you a true story about a place I worked one time where I decided for one day I didn't want to do anything. So I carried a 2x4 around all day long. Very next day, they made me a supervisor. And that's a true story. Right there.
To construction tales from
Yeah.
Guy Shin. That's good. Hey, so listen, we got some listener questions this week.
Oh, really?
We-
That's exciting.
Wait, did you not know that, Nick? That
This
we-
week that
Yeah.
we got some?
Yeah, did you not know that?
No? How would I know that when you just fucking told me?
Well, I don't know what you know.
How
I mean,
the fuck am I
How
supposed
would you
to
know
that?
unless you read your mind?
Yeah.
well, they're from Danielle. And so Danielle is a friend of Sarah's. So I assume, Sarah, you know that these questions were sent in.
Oh yeah, she CC'd me on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
So
okay.
I thought that Sarah might have told you, but apparently I was wrong. So who's the fucking moron? Me, obviously. All right. So anyway, and now among these, she didn't just send questions, by the way. She also sent photographs. She sent a photo lineup of a bunch of photos, one of whom is allegedly Taylor. She's like, well, pick Taylor out of this 5 group of, and each of these photos.
What?
Yeah.
How the fuck did she procure a picture of her?
What do you
Well,
like
she's a
to know?
computer engineer too, right?
Well, she
Well,
is.
Yeah.
She hacked
Yeah.
the mainframe, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, she broke in.
It's really not hard, dude.
Okay, I guess, yeah.
Well, so actually, I think I know which one it is because I think I've met this girl before or I've seen her
God,
before.
this is going to be extremely embarrassing for you and possibly me if you pick the wrong person.
Well, well, I mean, I obviously can't be sure, but is it this gal right here? I don't know. You probably can't see through the glass, can you?
Oh, hell no.
I'm
Would you
just,
like me to forward?
no, I'm just I'm just
Not
kidding.
her. Maybe I couldn't really tell who that is. I don't know if I know that person or not, but that ain't her.
All right, I think this is her because I'm pretty sure I've seen her before.
No.
Oh no, really?
Nope.
Okay,
Yeah, no.
well then I'm out. I have no idea then.
She's got purple hair.
Oh well, there is no one with purple hair.
Well, it's really dark. It almost looks black, but in the right.
There are 2 people with the correct colored hair in that photo array.
No, there aren't. There isn't a single. Oh, is this her? Well, this is kind of like her, maybe. I don't know.
I can't see that. tilted.
I think that might be her.
No,
I can't
it's not.
fucking tell.
Who could say? Well, if I would say this, if it's her, hey, she's very cute. There you go. So there you have it.
Who the
Okay,
fuck
yeah,
is
just
Taylor?
See,
she's my girlfriend that my dad is obsessing over.
I'm not
He really
obsessed.
just wants to know everything about her, specifically what she looks like, her eating routines, what she does with her free time, her social security number, all this shit that he keeps asking me at strange hours of the night. I'm like, why the fuck are you even awake? And why are you thinking about that, dude? But he doesn't stop, you know? But Taylor is my lovely girlfriend, yeah.
And none of that is, by the way, true.
Why isn't she on the podcast?
I suppose she could be, but she
Yeah.
doesn't really have much interest.
Let's have her as a guest star.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. No, my point simply, Uncle Guy, is that I've never seen her. So I say, hey, I'd like to see a picture of her. No. And now they're living together. I've never seen a picture of this gal. Does that seem right to you?
It's
Oh,
not
so
like
what
I've
you're saying
outright
is-
said no. I just don't have pictures. I'm not a picture person. I don't like to take
So it
pictures.
didn't happen.
Well,
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Sure.
But here's the other thing. Somehow this stranger has pictures of her. Who knows how? But you don't have one. That doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm assuming this stranger, and she's not. Well, I guess she's a stranger to Taylor, but I assume she just went on Facebook and found them.
Oh, I see. Maybe.
Is how I would guess you would.
So
do that.
she
Seems
would-
like it'd be pretty easy.
Yeah, then she must know Taylor's last name, which I don't know.
Uh,
And not that you need to disclose it, obviously, but I'm just saying that would be the only way to find her on Facebook, probably.
do you see like the weird? He's just so pushy with it. Like,
Well,
Can I-
hold on here?
Yeah.
Let me clue you in, Pete. Right.
Yeah.
So Nick's probably friends with her. So if you're friends with her, if
I'm
you're
actually
friends
not.
with Nick, you could probably simply go on your Facebook and see what friends he has and see Taylor.
All right.
There's
That's-
probably mutual. I don't think I am friends with her on Facebook. I stopped using Facebook before.
There is exactly one photo in which Nick and Taylor are tagged together. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
Because I looked for it. I know what Taylor looks like.
So-
She's not even like tagged in it.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that she's in it.
Oh, my God. Well, so there you go. So, I mean, she's a woman of mystery. We're all looking forward to meeting her.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make her listen to this one. I make her listen to all of them, but
This one especially. All right. Anyway, if it is who
What's
I think.
her shower routine?
No, that's Uncle Guy. That is
on
not
which
me.
side of the bed does she sleep exactly? What does she smell like?
What kind of lotions and creams does she use?
Oh, Jesus. I didn't ask any of those things. I just have never seen a picture of her. Okay, anyway.
And yet I can see you jotting these questions down in your notebook to ask her in person. Look, you're going to see her in person.
That's true. I'm looking forward to that. All right, so in the meantime, would we like to hear the questions from our listener, Danielle? Casual listener Danielle has a series of questions for us that she'd like to ask.
Now, hold on. What's a casual listener?
It's one who doesn't listen very often, but was obviously...
Occasional.
Yes, or someone who was pressured into it probably by Sarah.
Okay.
Excuse you. I have never pressured anyone to do anything ever in my life.
That's true. You haven't.
So that
pretty
definitely
passive.
means that she did it.
Yeah,
I
she
did not.
That's an admission of guilt.
Yeah.
It does
Any
sound like
denial will be immediately assumed to be admission
Used
of
as
guilt.
an admission. Got it.
Yeah. Sorry, anything you say can and will be used against you, clearly. All right, so here are the questions. And now, Danielle, it should be noted before we get into the questions that Danielle, for asking questions, is entitled to a genuine piece of a Shin Show merchandise. So, kids, give her one of your old sweatshirts that you don't like, okay? All right. Here we go. Question number 1. Oh, and by the way, for anybody who wants to ask us a question can do so very easily. All you got to do is email ashinshow@gmail.com. Ashinshow, ASHINNSHOW@gmail.com. Ask us a question. You'll be entitled to win some sort of genuine A Shin Show apparel. Question number 1. Is a Pop-Tart a ravioli? And I think technically the answer is yes, of course, because it's a... No, because, well, I suppose...
It's not pasta, though. It's bread.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Pastry.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a pastry.
All right, so it's not a ravioli, even though it is kind of. But
It's got the same. It took a page out of Ravioli's book for sure, but it's not the real deal. It ain't a noodle.
That's
Ravioli wannabe.
That's
Yeah.
true. It is a ravioli wannabe. Good point. All right, so that one's easy. All right, so here we go. If a movie were to be made of the Shin family,
God.
but only those family members who are recurring members of the pod, who would you cast to play everyone?
I'd cast Brad Pitt for me.
Personally. Just putting
And
that out there.
I think you could see the resemblance.
Oh, very much so. I think I
Actually, I
also.
look like David Cross. I changed my answer.
That's a big leap.
It is.
David Cross to Brad Pitt.
I do see that one a little more, however. I got to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Who would play Sandra Bullock? No, she's too old for you. I don't know. Maybe that
Murphy,
one. Yeah, Murphy.
Murphy said this kid from Teen Wolf, Dylan O'Brien, and I said if I was going to be if a boy plays me, then what girl plays Nick? And she said Lindsay Lohan. So you have to live with that.
Get the fuck out of here. Lindsay Lohan. Are we talking about right now, Lindsay Lohan?
I mean, probably.
If so, then get the fuck out of here. If we're talking about Mean Girls with Lindsay Lohan, then I'm down with that.
Okay. So a younger version of Lindsay Lohan for Nick, perhaps.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so.
Oh, yeah.
I've got
Now
my
I
David Cross glasses now.
Yeah. Your professional David Cross impersonation glasses.
Yeah, that does work for me, I have to admit. Well done. So,
Or Uncle Fester.
oh, you know what? I've been really messing up this whole time. I've been putting what I've been doing is I've been putting the webcam outside of the sound booth, and I really don't need to do that. So why don't I put the webcam inside the sound booth?
That would make it so I could see those fucking pictures easily. But the whole thing is for you to pick which one. Well, you tried and you failed. Okay, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
So we
Well,
did
you won't
that.
look like a ghost anymore.
Oh my God! Look, oh my God! Just like that, it's a surprise appearance from Elsie. Surprise!
And just like that, now we're looking at the
Some
inputs
ports.
for the sound booth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would you stop doing what you were doing?
Well, because I done fucked up again. So sorry. All right. Anyway, let me
okay.
fix it. I'll fix it.
But also,
We'll deal with
I'm
this
just going to
after the
hop in. I'm also going to say Andy McDowell for me, if I think we're playing the game right.
Who's Andy McDowell?
She's Groundhog Day.
Yeah, and also some other films.
I can see that.
Most memorable is Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'll go with that. Sure. Why not? I
All
like
right. Well, then obviously it's going to be fucking, why can I never think of his fucking name? You know, the guy who looks just like Dad. What's his name?
Oh, Jeff Goldblum, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know you're talking Jeff Goldblum.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, there's no question about that
or
for me.
RuPaul, maybe.
For me? Yeah.
Yes,
One of the
RuPaul,
two,
for
yeah.
sure.
RuPaul,
It's a
when
glowing light bulb, and I'm Uncle Fester.
that would be a funner
Please be
version.
that for Halloween. That would be amazing.
No, but who are we thinking for Sarah Shin? I think we kind of glossed over that, but
Drew Barrymore.
no, she's still too old.
Does it have to be
if
the
we
same
took-
age?
Yeah, we just took Nick Mean Girl era Lindsay Lohan for
Yeah, we
Nick.
time traveled
So-
for mine. So.
Yeah, so I'll take
Right,
Drew
and I'm
Barrymore.
like 20 years younger than Andy
I'll take-
McDowell. So yeah, Drew
take
Barrymore,
child-
you both have very cute faces. Yes.
I'll take child vampire Drew Barrymore.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, very good. All right, I can see that, sure. But we
Yeah,
haven't really picked someone
absolutely.
serious for Nicholas. I think Rob Pat for Nick.
Who?
Pattinson?
Yeah, Rob
Robert
Pattinson.
Pattinson.
Yeah.
Who's that?
The new Dark Knight,
Yes, allegedly.
allegedly. He's
Yeah.
gonna play Batman, dude.
Who the fuck is he?
Twilight. Oh my god.
that Robert Pattinson. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
I might have said Patterson.
Wait, he's going to be the new Batman?
Yeah,
apparently.
dude. Oh,
Wow, fucking Ben Affleck really shit the bed, didn't he?
For sure.
Yeah,
But I
shit the
gotta
bed
say,
and left.
I don't know the kid's name, but the kid that plays in Shazam actually, I think, would be you, a younger you.
Okay. Well, we don't know his name, so we can't really. None of us saw
Yeah.
Shazam, so we can't really go there.
But that
How
one
about
guy.
Shia LaBeouf for Nick?
Oh, I like that. Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah, the actual cannibal version.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Well, there's
So we have Jeff Goldblum,
Yeah.
Uncle Fester,
whoever that was,
Drew Barrymore, and who are you, Nick?
Shia LaBeouf. I thought we've settled on.
Okay.
And Caitlin or
And
Andy McDowell.
yeah, that's what we've decided on. We're gonna stick with it.
Sounds like the
Who would else
shittiest
he
movie
be?
of all time.
It really does.
I can't imagine that would be a good
Who would
movie.
else he be?
She said Andy McDowell. She said. Remember?
Oh, she said Andy McDowell. I thought Sarah said Andy McDowell.
No.
No,
Elsie
did.
picked her own.
I see. Yeah, I can see that for sure.
Yeah, me too. So we're going to go with it. All right, that's question number 2. Question number 3. What TV show or movie would you like to actually have happen in real life?
Ooh, these are good fucking quality questions.
They are. Obviously, Danielle's a smart person who has excellent taste in podcasts.
Yeah, excellent. And
Clearly.
we'll be rewarded with a hand-me-down, some hand-me-down apparel.
Well, and her reward will also be in heaven. So the next question, though, is simply this. No, I already said the question. So
yeah, you said it.
I
so,
did.
what TV show would you like to happen in real life?
Yeah,
Or movie, right?
Or
Or-
movie.
or
Yeah,
movie.
she said movie.
she did say that. So I think it would be fun to see Rick and Morty in real life.
Oh, yeah, that would be dope. Just to have the portal gun.
Yeah.
I guess I have to think of something different now because you said that, but I agree with you.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, you do have to think of something different now. That'd be, on the other hand, if you actually had a portal gun like that, you'd get yourself killed in about 30 seconds. And I say you, meaning everyone.
Yeah, there'd be some trial and error. If you could survive the trial and error, then
You'd probably be all right. Yeah.
yeah.
Universe is a
Yeah, I
chaotic
would say,
place.
whatever, Jerry.
Yeah, being a real Jerry about it right now, dude. I know who's not getting the portal gun.
Was it TV or was it movie?
Both.
Both.
Either.
Oh.
Either or.
Movie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That made no difference to your obvious selection. You're still struggling with it, but nevertheless, those are your 2 choices, TV or movie show. I came up with one right away.
Well, it's got to be something.
I want
that's,
something with powers. Yeah.
Yeah, because if we're talking like Breaking Bad, like that probably has actually happened in real life. Something analogous to that. So we got
to stick to the Silence of the Lambs theme, but I'm sure that's already happened too. So
yeah, for sure.
Many times over, sadly.
Many times over, probably within the last 5 minutes
Yeah.
across the world,
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, true, though. Sad, but true.
all around the world.
Yeah. So something with powers. Well, then, how about Austin Powers?
That would be cool if he was a real man.
Right.
He gets through life on sheer incompetence.
Well, actually, that's happening right now, too.
Yeah,
So,
like you don't gotta have anything special. What, you want the soundtrack following you at all times?
what's his special power? Putting the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I
just
think
his
he's got more shagadelic powers. You know what I'm saying?
Content.
That is true. He does have shagadelic powers because somehow he can get his shag on whatever's happening.
Yeah, he can go from flaccid to erect at a moment's notice. Just complete control over his body.
Right.
He can. I've seen it, buddy. You're seeing it right now. Flaccid, erect.
I think I would like the movie Paul to be real because that alien seems so cool. I want to hang out with them.
That's a good answer.
What movie is this?
Paul.
Oh, I guess
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never.
It's from the same guys who made Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, other things.
If you stumble upon an alien, it's awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's got the guy from Star Trek in it, Simon Pegg, right?
Yeah, that guy, Simon Pegg, made Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah, which is in all of those other movies.
Hot Fuzz, but yeah, they find an alien who's voiced by Seth Rogen.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, now I have. Now it's all coming back to me. I never saw the movie, but I did hear about it. Okay, good.
Yeah,
That's a good choice.
That was a good movie. That was a cool one.
Excellent choice, Elsie.
I choose the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf, not the pornographic one.
Also with Shia LaBeouf.
Also with Shia LaBeouf.
Entirely possible.
I also feel like Joe Arapo, is that his name, has already kind of made that real.
Oh, Joe Arapaho? What? Who are you talking about?
Yes, I think he made that already happen.
Who?
Joe Arapo,
Who the fuck is that?
a sheriff in Arizona.
Oh.
Who's like notoriously crooked.
Oh, Joe, I call him a Paprio.
Well,
That sounded like a racist cartoon character's name, to be honest.
Yeah,
Joe
sure.
Arapaho.
But it's not true. His name's something completely different. I can't remember what it is now.
It's Joe something.
Thank you for that.
Arapaho. That
Oh,
sounds
there we
more
go.
right.
Joe Arapaho. There we go. Finally, we get to it. Some reference to a sheriff. Yeah, Joe. All
I
right.
heard he made him wear like pink jumpsuits and shit.
Yeah, he made him dig holes.
In each other, I heard.
Yeah, that's the
on
whole
camera.
Yeah, that's great. All right, so anyway, you've chosen Holes with Shia LaBeouf, and finally, Sarah. Now you changed your mind.
No, I just, I think magic and shit would be pretty cool. So, really, yeah. I mean, I don't really want to deal with the idiocy of, and illogic of that world, but I want to be able to cast spells. So
you're going with Harold Trotter?
I don't know. What's another good magic movie?
That
movie Limitless? Not Limitless, but the other Chris Evans movie, Push. That was pretty cool.
Limitless was Brad Pitt or Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, I get
Chris
Push
Evans.
and Limitless confused. They're like the same.
I didn't see Push.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
I got a first one and a second one.
Okay.
Okay. The first one, the most like the one that was applied in the movie to real life modern day was Jumper. You guys remember Jumper?
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they just
Yeah, I
jumped.
wish that was real. I was the Jumper. I would definitely rob the shit out of some banks, like exactly like what he did in the movie.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But he came to a bad end at the end, so you wouldn't want to do that.
God, dude! You know what? Hold on.
Why the fuck? X-Men?
Yeah, X-Men. There you go.
Jesus, that's
or
the easy answer.
there's another one too. Any of the Marvel movies that would be cool.
Well,
I'm
not any of
surprised
them.
nobody mentioned Back to the Future.
This goes back to the Future was whack. I know.
I've actually
opinion.
never
Hot
seen.
take.
You've never seen that?
A
think it would be
disgraced
cool to
nuclear
time travel.
physicist hangs out with a middle schooler for no reason, and
Sounds like,
no one questions it.
Right,
No
and
one ever questions
Sounds
that.
a lot like Rick and Morty.
and then somehow though the middle schooler has to go seduce his mom. It's pretty sick, actually. The
Yeah,
first
it's
one.
pretty
Yeah,
fucking weird.
now you're
The
talking my language.
Like when they pitched that movie, how did that go? All right, but hold on. We're talking about Jumper, and you said he got tarnished there in the end, Dad. Here's the stupid fucking thing about Jumper, okay?
Yeah.
Is that Samuel L. Jackson in that movie is the guy who hunts the jumpers. He's like, no one should be able to go anywhere at once. And the only thing he's got is a fucking taser and a little machine that, like, when you jump, the machine opens up that jump so he can follow you. And somehow, because he has those two things, he just fucking kills everybody who can teleport. Bro, so he shows up, and they try to jump away to somewhere else. And so he sets up his little fucking machine, takes like 10 minutes, and then he follows them there. Dude, why would you not just jump to the middle of the ocean, jump to the top of a mountain, and then jump back to where you are? Like, if he follows you into the middle of the ocean, oh, there goes this fucking machine sinking. I guarantee you it doesn't float. I'm like, you're dancing around doing all this stupid shit. He's just tasing the fuck out of you, tasing the fuck out of you. Oh, you teleport into a sandwich shop and he just follows you in there, tases the fuck out of you, and then kills you, stabs you. Why would you so easily you could get away? And then guess what? At the end of the movie, that's what he fucking does. He just grabs him and teleports him away. Why didn't you lead with that, dude? Because
he's not a very good critical thinker, okay? He was under a lot of stress.
Bullshit. That was stupid. But I would like Jumper and or Aragon, those books. Those are cool books.
Oh, the Aragon, the Dragon books.
Dragons, yeah.
Okay, good. Well, boy, that was an intense period of questioning right there.
Just so
that was
stupid.
an intense sesh.
There's a lot of loopholes like that and some cool ass shit. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, if you seriously, if it took no physical strain on your body to teleport anywhere in the world at any time, multiple times in a row, there's absolutely no fucking way Samuel L. Jackson with a cattle prod could beat you. Like, it's just not happening. Dude.
Have you ever met Samuel L. Jackson? He's pretty badass.
Yeah, I guess you throw.
I've never met him, but I've seen a lot of his movies, and in his movies, he is badass.
Indeed. In real life, he wears a beret. All right, so next question. Are we ready for... She says we don't have to use all the questions this week, but are we ready for another question?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do one more.
All right, very good. Here we go. What is your most controversial view that most people disagree with you on? Your most controversial view.
Quentin Tarantino sucks.
Okay, that's
like as a person or as a director?
Or both.
I know he sucks as a person. I've seen a lot of videos where I've heard a lot of stories where he just doesn't pay. He just
really?
goes to eat and then just walks out. He's like, I'm Quentin Tarantino. I don't fucking pay. Fuck you.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Very, very weak.
Yeah.
I don't
but so
like
what,
that.
Elsie? You mean like that or his movies suck?
Elsie,
His movies
We
suck.
lost her.
I mean, maybe he sucks too. I don't know him like that.
Okay, but his movies suck, you say? You don't like any of his films?
Most of them I don't.
Okay, well, we'll go with that then. All right, so Quentin Tarantino, that is a hot take and an unpopular view. He's widely regarded as the greatest director of his generation, but there are those who share your view. It is, however, not popular. Good one. Okay, next. I think my most probably radical view is that I think abortion should be safe and legal up to the age when a child is 18.
Okay, I agree.
I mean,
Abortion,
I guess,
18.
yeah.
Is 18 years old too late to get an abortion? No.
No, I mean, if you have a child, you should be able to kill them until they're 18.
That's what Nick said.
That's what I said.
Okay,
Is
yeah.
18 years too late to get an abortion?
No, not at all.
Fortunately for us, we're past that
Yeah,
age marker.
exactly.
Yeah, we survived abortion.
Good for you.
I survived. You know, everybody could get a little sticker that says that. I survived abortion.
That's true. Every single person who's walking sure could. You bet.
Yeah, but just barely.
You're right. Good point.
Controversial view. Fuck, I got a lot of those.
Yeah, what are some safe opinions? Let's throw those out and then counter all of them.
And by the way, I was just kidding. I don't actually believe in murdering children. Just FYI. It's a joke.
Sure.
And, I mean,
In extremely poor taste.
in exceptionally poor taste. I apologize for it right now. I'm
And in a
ashamed.
That's
public
like our
forum, no
calling
less.
card. An
Good
exceptional.
thing we're not politically correct.
I'm ashamed for even saying it. I'm so sorry. I hope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here's like kind of a controversial view.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
You know, I think that like constant bullying is wrong, but I do also think you need to be fucked with in school sometimes. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
Siblings.
you gotta learn how to not like how to take a bunch of shit, because if you don't and then you become an adult and you get angry and offended at every single thing that happens to you, you know, it's just it's just annoying. I hate people like that. I hate people who get all angry and offended at like and I'm like, dude, it's not that bad. It's not a big deal. Like, and the reason people are like that is because they're sheltered. Like,
Yeah.
they get told that it's okay to, when really it's like you need to stop and look at yourself and be like, does this really fucking matter? Is this going
Do
to
you
affect?
just hate people like that, or do you hate other people?
No, I hate all people, but my
Okay,
point
all right.
is, my controversial point is that a little bullying is a little bit good for you.
Okay, that's a controversial view. There are most
Just a little bit, and I'm not talking about, there's some kids who get followed home from school and get their ass kicked every fucking day. That's not okay.
We're not talking bullying. We're talking about practical, pure life experiences and how to
just
deal
like
with
a little bit of hazing,
That's part of social interaction, man.
Yeah.
some light.
I agree. You have to go through a certain amount of shit to actually be a decent person.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fair. I agree with
Adversity makes you grow.
that. As it were.
And that's putting a positive spin on it. But to put
Or
the
it turns
controversial
out-
spin on it is to be
Back
like,
into the controversy.
yeah, back into the kind of controversy. You need to get bullied a little bit.
You got to have a couple wedgies a year. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's fair to say I never really sheltered either of you children.
Not enough bullying to shoot up the school, but enough.
Yeah. And there's a fine line, but just
Yeah,
enough,
right.
to have a little fun every once in a while. Or you get teased, like if you show up and your fucking jeans are too short and they're halfway up your fucking legs, people are like, oh, you waiting for the flood, and they fuck with you. You're not going to wear those jeans anymore. And
Well,
they're
yeah,
not gonna
that's
fuck with you.
kind of self-imposed, though.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's certain things you got to learn how to, you got to learn what's going to attract unwanted attention to you. You know what I mean?
All right. Okay, so a little bullying is a good thing. Nick's controversial view. Sarah, your controversial view?
Along the same lines, man, let your fucking kids go outside and stop giving them cell phones.
Ooh.
Just fucking
That's a good one.
let your kids go outside, and your 4-year-old does not need an iPhone.
All right. Well, that's
Parent your children. Parent your children.
Well, see, the problem with that is in my instance, I go to work before Kyler goes to school, and he gets home before I get home.
Well,
So he has to have a cell phone essentially. If he gets in a jam, he can call 911 or whatever, because we don't have a home phone.
Yeah, there are absolutely good uses for the technology,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of people use them as babysitters, and that bugs me.
all
Well,
right.
there's no question the phone has ruined Kyler.
Really? How so?
Oh, absolutely.
How-
Well, I mean, he knows more dirty jokes than I do. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's the internet. That's just the internet in general.
yeah, exactly. But he has access to the internet through his phone.
yeah.
And I suppose I could put parental controls or whatever on it, but
Sounds inconvenient.
Well, here's the thing: is I
Listen-
didn't have a phone when I was his age, but I did still find ways to access the internet.
well, and here's the deal, okay? Life is tough, okay? When I was his age, I was already on my own. So as far as I'm concerned, he's got 3 years on me. So he should have been out of the house by the time he was 8, as
Right. Fair
far
enough.
as I'm concerned.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think we were in an orphanage at that point.
Like Arthur Fonzarelli, he should be able to take care of himself when he's 8.
Certainly. Absolutely. Boy, you're really doing him a favor by letting him live with you until he's 12.
I agree.
Then he
He should be
really
paying for that cell phone
Yeah.
he's getting the dirty jokes on.
Yeah, he really should. So, Elsie, your controversial view?
I let off with Tarantino movie stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It just washed right over me.
Hot take.
So hot.
But for the record, I agree with you, Sarah.
Yeah.
Like I was the bad parent because I let my child wander out of the house unsupervised, and people wouldn't let their kids come over and hang out with them because of that,
Yeah,
and because I would
that's
let them fight with each other.
Yeah, it's not like it's
Well-
more dangerous now. I don't think. I think
It's
it was
not, you're just more aware.
Yeah, you're just more aware. It's just more reported. But I think in the 50s, it was much easier to snatch a fucking kid up than it is today.
That's absolutely true. I mean, there is one advantage of the opt-in surveillance state that we all live in now, which is everyone knows where everyone's at all times, for the most part. Or you can find it out pretty damn quick.
It still happens pretty frequently, though.
It still happens, yeah, but pretty frequently, but definitely not as frequently as it used to.
Yeah, well,
it gets reported now.
They catch them more often.
They sure
but,
do.
But the damage is still done generally.
The sad, sick truth is that your kids are safer out at the park unsupervised than they are with most family members.
Well, that is true.
Most bad things happen within the family.
Yeah, that is.
You're all welcome.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Coming from our family, I believe that. Duly noted.
Right. Well, I think Sarah and Nick would also agree. So there you go. We have a quorum on that one. Well, we do have one last question from, I mean, I feel like we've gone 4 out of 5 questions. Maybe we should do the 5th one.
Nobody asked me what my controversial shit was.
All your views are controversial, guy. Every single one of them.
You are a controversy.
Yes, you are.
I'm a walking controversy.
But what's your favorite controversial view?
What's that?
What's your favorite?
I like President Trump.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's...
Yeah, that's pretty controversial.
That's pretty fucking controversial. Well, I you know what I like about him? He's fucking senile.
You like
why I like him.
An entertainment value.
Nuts. He's just a fucking crazy bastard, man. Fucking incoherent fucking. It's the shit that he says makes absolutely no fucking sense. It's completely incoherent, and I love it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, good for you. All right.
I like Bill Clinton too. What's not to like about a president that gets a blowjob in the Oval Office? Right?
Oh, and by the way, can skateboard and play saxophone. That's the more important part.
Exactly. And likes Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Shit. He's a regular Joe.
Yeah, just a regular Joe getting sucked, you know? Getting sucked by the secretary. And he can do that. Look, if you're on Jimmy fucking Fallon or Leno or whatever the fuck it is, you come in there with sunglasses on and you're playing the saxophone on a skateboard, you can get sucked in your office. It's okay.
Exactly.
Apparently. Well, anyway, yes, very controversial views, gentlemen.
Okay, next question.
Next question. Last one, okay? She said
next and final.
Yes, next and final. So if you could go, I should actually share a real controversial view.
Yeah, I would like that.
Yeah, okay. A real controversial view, which is that this is the truth. I believe that they should do away with all medical insurance and make people pay for what healthcare costs. Because right now there is no healthcare market. It's just a health insurance market. And so as a result, no one knows what actually anything costs for healthcare because all you do is pay for insurance. And then, you get screwed coming and going. If there was an actual healthcare market, we would actually know what the prices were that we were supposed to be paying. And most people could probably fucking afford it because there'd be real competition. So that's
not really controversial though.
Although, do you want to get discount heart surgery? You know what I mean? Do you want to get the generic heart surgery? Is that what you want?
I mean, a lot of people do that.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
like to be put on the heart surgery waiting list.
You know what? I would get the generic whatever. And I'd be like, you know what? At least I'm doing something.
No, you could.
Better to get the generic in the United States where there's more regulation than travel to Mexico and get the cheap stuff like some people do. I mean, maybe it's good quality care. But I got to say the facilities, I just feel like they wouldn't be as good as the American ones.
Yeah, the facilities. Dude, when we were in Mexico City, we were walking down the street of like some market district. It's all kind of one big market district. And in between, there's, an alley on the street, but it's like 4 feet wide. And there's a fucking sign that says Dentista on it. And you just it's a wooden sign that says Dentista. And you just walk back into the alley, and there's just some wooden chairs back there, dude. You know what I mean? What do you do? Do you just sit in the wooden chair, and they come up behind you with some ether from the 1950s and just yank your fucking teeth out with some rusty pliers?
Well, did you ask?
It looked like to me.
Did you ask the question? Did you go have a seat? Maybe it was.
Dude, did you think I was going to go walking in a fucking alley in Mexico City by myself? No, sir.
The lights flickering.
Yeah,
there was no lights. It was a wooden sign.
I was in Mexico City with my girlfriend who was from Mexico City. And she said, let's go visit my brother. And she took me to this place called Chalco. And we were waiting for the bus. No shit. And a donkey cart pulled up.
Is that the bus?
And that was the fucking bus. I mean, I got to tell you what, man. One thing about that place, man, is it's honest, right? You're sitting at the back of the donkey cart and you pass your pesos up through 20 fucking people, and they pass you your fucking change back. I thought it was amazing that I got my change back.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's good. That's an interesting bus.
Hey, people on the donkey bus stay together.
That's right.
I'm telling you what, you had to stand up on the fucking donkey cart and hold the fucking donkey rail, the donkey cart rail, I guess, whatever.
I like the donkey rail.
I'm serious. I'm not shitting you, man. And we went down a fucking dirt road with ruts and bumps and shit. And I'm like, fucking, how the fuck do you people do this?
You did it.
I know, and I still don't know how the fuck I did it. My back still hurts.
I'm glad you made it. That's survival.
There's that one time we were actually in a bus in Mexico City going, I can't remember what we were doing, but there's 6 lanes of traffic going one way, just not moving.
Yeah.
And there's just an ambulance with its lights on, like, just stuck in traffic. Like it can't, no one can move out of the way. I'm like, okay, that person's dead for sure.
Yeah, I saw the same thing in Lima, Peru, actually. It was at rush hour. It's a city of 11 million people, and the ambulance has its lights on. It's flashing. It's not going anywhere.
Nowhere to go.
Nope.
Yeah, you can't go.
No joy. All right, so last question. If you could go back and change one major U.S. or world event so it never happened, what would it be and why? Okay.
So it never happened. That's a tricky question,
It is.
That's the whole time paradox thing. If it didn't happen then when would it happen?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to chime in real quick because I got to go, but I'm going to say the Civil War.
Okay, that's a good one. Well, wait a minute. But then
Is it though?
Yeah, how do we
solve the whole slavery deal?
Yeah.
That's their fucking problem.
Who's they? Who's they?
I don't know. Government. I got to pick up Kyler.
All right. One last controversial comment from Guy. Good to see you, brother. All right. Well, that's real good then. All right.
Okay.
And oh snap! Guess who's joining me in the booth after all? No longer will I be all by myself. Oh no.
So what's this last question? I missed it.
So Elsie missed the last question. What one thing about what one U.S. or world event would you change if you could? Guy said I would make it so the Civil War never happened. And then we all had questions about, the impact on slavery. And he said, fuck you, I don't care. And then he left.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go ahead before anyone else says it and say 9/11.
Okay. Very good. That's a good
that
one.
would be, that would make traveling in planes so much fucking easier.
That's a controversial take on why you don't want it to happen.
Right.
Well, and the tragedy and all that shit.
Well, 3,000 dead and so forth. But yeah, besides that.
Did get a lot of good music out of it, though.
What do you mean you got a lot of good music? What are you
fuck
talking
are you
about?
I read
talking
this.
about?
Okay, dude, I read this essay about, it was like some Vice article or something about how.
So right there, we know it's legit.
Right.
There was a huge emo subculture that came out of the 9/11 tragedy and them processing their feelings on it. Basically, all of the music that I listened to from circa 2002 to 2005 is because of 9/11. So
Wait.
thanks, Bush.
How do they know that 9/11 is what caused? They were writing songs about 9/11 specifically?
No,
Some of them.
But they were really sad about it.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
true.
okay, so like the first My Chemical Romance album had at least 2 songs about them processing dealing with 9/11, as because they're from Jersey and yeah, good music came out of that shit.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. So what's your thing you can take back, Sarah?
Fuck, I don't know. Do you think I know history? Shit.
There's a lot of things like that would be nice if it was undone.
Yeah, I don't know. How about the economic troubles in the 80s or some shit?
Really?
Well, how
You're
about
not going to go with like a world war or anything like that?
Like a stock market crash.
Okay.
okay?
Let's undo that.
All right. You mailed that one in, I think. But here's what I'm going to say.
Look, I started it off by saying I ain't no shit about history. So what do you want from me?
Well, I don't know. Something meaningful, I suppose. But you know what? I'm going to go with a stock market. I'm going to go with meaningful.
Where are we, dude?
Well, I just don't feel like you expended any real intellectual energy on it. That's all.
I didn't.
Okay, good. All
I'm
right.
going to own that.
Yeah. All right. That's fair. So mine is going to be the murder of Archduke Franz Ferdinand.
Fuck you. That was my answer.
Ah, well.
God damn it.
Well, you can just go with killing Hitler as a baby. How about that?
No.
No, you're not going to do that. All right. Anyway, so that would have probably changed the course of history in ways that would have prevented World War I and World War II, or maybe not. But it would have been a different beginning to World War I and World War II for sure. And for those who don't know who the Archduke Franz Ferdinand is, it's too late now to give you a history lesson. Look it up. Google that shit.
But maybe the other Franz Ferdinand's music was enjoyable because of 9/11. We'll never know.
Oh, that's a good point right there. Way to wrap that, put a bow on it. Good job. Well, I didn't really mean to take the entire time for this podcast with Danielle's questions, but I did.
I think she was reaching a bit. I think one question, maybe two tops. That's it. Sorry, Danielle. 5's too many.
No,
I'm pretty
not
sure
at all.
that at the top of the email it says you can do this over multiple episodes if you're so inclined.
Yeah,
so
right, but I kept putting it to a vote.
Shit.
I kept putting it to a vote, and people said, no, one more question.
I missed out at a critical time, apparently.
Well, apparently so. So, anyway, those are all the questions.
Hold on though. I still got at least one more thing I want to do.
Oh, yeah, we got
important, dude. This is. I really need people. You might even be these people. You know, you
That's
might
true.
not, or you might. But if you are, then you need to listen to what I'm going to say to you so that you know how to fucking act. You know what I mean?
That's fair. We're going to do the restaurant, but we do have one last question, actually, and it's from Sarah Murphy. Sarah Murphy emailed a question this week. She's also entitled to some hand-me-down Ashinsho apparel. And you know what her question
She
is?
definitely already has that, but what?
Well, she can get more of it then,
Right.
can't she? All right, so actually, Sarah Murphy can just wear one of Sarah's things. It's fine. But anyway, so her question was, quadriplegics, you fuck with them or nah?
Do I fuck with them or nah?
Yeah, that was her question. A controversial question in and of itself.
Do I fuck with quadriplegics? Well, I don't fuck with them. Like, I don't mess with them. I don't seek out quadriplegics and play pranks on them. You know, but do I fuck with them as in, hey, you're a cool quadriplegic, I fuck with you? Yes, I do. Unless they're a dick. Look, just because you're a quadriplegic doesn't mean you can't be a dick. If you're a dick and a quadriplegic, I'm going to tell you you're a dick, and I'm going to tell you I don't fuck with you.
All right, that's fair. Sarah, your answer?
quadriplegics are people too.
All right, good answer.
They are people too, but just for the record, if a quadriplegic was being a dick, I would roast that ass to a million pieces. Just saying.
All right, fair enough. Elsie?
I would like to phone a friend for this, and I would like some clarification on Sarah Murphy's definition of fucks with. So if Sarah Murphy's around, I would like her to weigh in and tell me what she means by this.
I see.
I'm pretty sure she means, do you like him?
Oh, I see. I didn't know if she meant that or if she meant...
Or if you literally go
Is that
fuck
her
with
right
them.
there?
Or maybe you fuck them. I don't know.
I don't know if she... Yeah, I'm...
It's a large dog.
Sometimes it's
Wow.
hard to tell the difference between the large dog walking down the stairs and a person.
And your wife.
Wow.
I see.
Wow.
That's Cole.
Well, he's
a
got
big
people-sounding feet. Yeah,
Oh, I
it's a lot of
see.
weight.
That's true.
All right, very good. All right, so we'll never know. And I would say no, don't do that. Okay, so on to the last thing. Do we need any...
Don't do that. You don't.
Well, see,
you
our
don't really
definition of
think
fucks
that
with-
she's implying that she means do you fuck as in play pranks on with quadriplegics?
Yeah, I
See,
think
that's
that's
what
exactly...
we thought she meant.
Yeah, it's exactly what I think she means. And
No,
I
what she
say
meant
don't
is
do
do you like them? I guess. Do you fuck with him? You know, if you like got a buddy, be like, yeah, I fucks with him. You know, he's
that. I don't
See,
see...
he's cool. I
clearly,
fuck with that guy. He's
there's,
cool.
There's a generational gap here
Yeah,
on the
this
fucks
is...
with
yeah,
definition, I think.
No, go
Yeah, I
fuck
fucks with you. You're a cool guy.
Yeah, I never heard that.
Mm.
So...
Well, she's an 8th grade teacher.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got you. All right, well then...
I don't know any, so I don't know.
This is what you do. You know one.
Who?
Sarah Murphy.
No,
She-
I don't know a quadriplegic.
Oh, I see.
God.
I gotcha. Oh,
Sarah Murphy, not quadriplegic for
Well,
those who might be confused.
I don't know. We don't know. I mean, what's...
But I would fuck with her if she was
Okay.
quadriplegic.
I mean, on what terms? On the sense that Nick
the
just described?
millennial
Oh,
definition.
I see. Okay, yeah. All right, so it's time now for Nick's segment, Ask a Server, Restaurant Etiquette from the man who delivers restaurant materials. Here it is. It's time for Restaurant Etiquette. It's the intro music. It's the intro music for...
So cute. Oh my God.
You should have seen how happy he was doing it.
Oh my gosh, yes. Restaurant Etiquette with Nick Shin. Here's Nick.
All right, look, these are just public service announcements, okay? I'm going to start off with something that may not be that obvious to you, okay? So let me set the scene,
All right,
okay?
scene
There's
setting.
a customer. There's many customers, but we're focusing on one, all right? Many tables and one server. The server walks up to the customer and notices that their drink is empty. So the server says to the customer, "Excuse me, would you like some more of that drink?" And the customer looks at their drink, looks at the server and says, "No, thanks. I'm good." The server says, "Okay, you're good? Great." And then walks away and attends to their many other tables. 4 minutes later, the server comes walking around again and aforementioned customer jingles their glass at them and says, "Hey, I'd like a refill now, please." All right, freeze. Stop. Now I'm going to tell you why the customer fucked up, and then I'm going to tell you why the server fucked up.
Okay. All right.
The customer fucked up because you goddamn dumbass. If you want some more fucking drink, then get more when I offer it to you, dude. If you look at your drink and you see it's empty and there's even a hint in your brain that you might want more, why? How could you have not enough situational awareness to realize that waiting, making me take more trips is going to fuck both of us up? Now you're not getting your drink as fast as you want, and now I got to do extra shit. Do you understand? How could you? You may think, I don't know the rules. I don't know how a restaurant works. Dude, have some
self-awareness.
Yeah, some self-awareness. You need to go fuck yourself. If your server ever looks at you and says, okay, let me give you an example. This guy said, I asked him, hey, would you like some more drink? And he said, yeah, in a second. So I looked at him and I said, okay. And I walked away. If a server ever says, okay to you, that means you just said something fucking stupid. But I can't say that to you because I need your money because you have to pay me. So I got to do your weird little monkey dance. What, do I literally wait 1 second and then take it out of your hand? Or do I just walk around the restaurant like a fucking dipshit and come back and be like, was that a long enough second for you, sir? Let me get you some more.
All right,
okay?
So where did the server fuck up in this scenario?
Here's where the server fucked up.
Okay.
By even interacting with the customer at all. The server should just see that the glass is empty.
Yes.
Fill it up,
Uh-huh.
grab it, and put it on their table without giving them any say-so.
Yes.
You know why you don't give them any say-so? Because they're gonna say something fucking stupid. They're just not, it's incomprehensible for them to think outside their own bubble of perception. For them to be like, well, maybe I am good. You know what? Just fucking get some more so you don't have to take extra steps. No, you wouldn't think that because you're a dumbass and you need to go fuck yourself. But it's not too late, okay? It's not too late to change. I'm just telling you this if you are a person listening to this who does that because I care about you and I want you to change. I want you to not be a degenerate and I want you to not have to go fuck yourself, okay?
Well, that's a great public service. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Ask a Server with Nick Shin. There you go.
I feel like we can just get a soundboard.
Dude, we totally should just to fuck with all the harmonica shit he does.
Yes.
Oh, look, and that was kind of a vague one. That one, I have so many lined up. I'm only going to do one per episode, but the other ones are a little bit more serious. Okay.
Oh my gosh! All right, well we'll gird our loins for that.
Wow.
Yeah. And like I said, I only do this because I care, guys.
Thank
there's
you.
some people who this shit happens, and you would think there's no way that a person doesn't realize that they're being a fuckface right now. Surely they just don't know. They just don't know.
No, but
So you
the
gotta tell them
reality is,
sometimes.
the reality is they just don't care.
Most of us are going around our day just trying to live our fucking life, and we can't always think about everybody else's shit while we're thinking about our own shit. And it's just the way human existence is. And I will say you should be thoughtful when you can, and sometimes
Thinking
you're
about
more thoughtful
there's a
than
fine
less.
line between thinking about everyone else's shit and not acting like a degenerate in a restaurant.
Agreed. But I will say at very nice restaurants, the staff really like never talks to you if they can help it. They just keep filling your glass, and you're like, all right, that's good.
That's situational. That depends on the table. You know what I
Right.
mean?
And-
And there's but if the table wants to talk to you, now there's more interactions. Now there's more ways that this customer can fuck shit up. And your job as a server is to maintain the appearance that they're not fucking shit up. I do this every day, all day, in all manner of kind of restaurants. But, the less interactions you have, Elsie, you're right. I try not to talk to my tables as much as I can, but sometimes they want to talk to me. That's a curveball. Now what do we do? Now I got to deal with your fuckery because you don't know how it works. But that's okay. I'm still going to get you your shit. I'm still going to do the monkey dance because I need you to pay me. Please.
All right, well, good. And I think the real takeaway
Me
from this...
needing money now. Money needing
me now.
Well, that's a perfect way to end this particular episode. Well, I'm afraid we didn't cover some of the things that we intended to cover, but boy, did we answer some burning questions today, didn't we?
Yeah, we'll have to talk about the fights that happened, I guess, next week.
Yeah, I
before it's
think
done.
so. Yeah, I mean, just real quick, though, Israel Adesanya, obviously the real deal.
He is now the middleweight champion, and I really don't see anyone in that division taking him out.
No.
I really don't.
No, he's pound for pound one of the top fighters right now. I mean, I think.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't realize, just as a little cherry on top, that between his kickboxing, wrestling, and boxing fights, he's had more professional fights than most of the middleweight division combined.
And only at 17-0 and undefeated as a MMA fighter. Yeah, undefeated. A very impressive young man.
Robert is fast and strong, but precision beats strength, and timing beats speed.
All right. Your thoughts, Sarah?
That's what you saw in there.
Yeah.
Those are Israel Adesanya's word himself.
All right. Well, kids.
Yeah, that was a good fight. It was a good fight.
There's a lot of good fights, actually. Even the preliminaries are pretty good.
There was a couple that were boring as hell, but, it's all right. That's fights.
Yeah.
They're fights. Yeah, they're just people punching each other in the face. I mean, what more do you want? Well, what more could you ask for?
Not a thing. Well, kids, good to talk to you this week. And by the way, I think we have the perfect sponsor for your restaurant segment, Nick. That's right, it's Ziff's, where you're always going to get a quality dining experience. Right there in Invercargill, New Zealand, waiters never talk to you at Ziff's. It's part of their guaranteed down under satisfaction situation right there at Ziff's in Invercargill, New Zealand. Proud fake sponsor of a Shin Show for more than 100th of a century. And then after your delicious silent meal at Ziff's, head on over to the Throne Room and get yourself a loud tattoo. That's right, the Throne Room, also in Invercargill, New Zealand, also a fake sponsor of a Shin Show for more than 100th of a century. All right, kids. Well, good to talk to you this week.
Good to talk to you.
All right. A Shin Show is a production of Shinfluence. It features the voices and opinions of the Shin family, which are exclusively and entirely their own. It's brought to you on a fake basis each week by Ziff's, fine dining in Invercargill, New Zealand, and by the Throne Room, tattoos also in Invercargill, New Zealand. You can find a Shin Show on a podcast, or rather Apple Podcasts or Google Play Music or wherever you get podcasts. And be sure and join us next week when we'll hear Sarah Shin say something like,
I am the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Litter again and I'll break your fucking knees.
I don't believe the Lorax ever said that. I don't believe he did.
Have you ever talked to the Lorax? I am the Lorax, and I just said it.
Well, there you go. Wow. New career choice for Sarah, Lorax. All right, that's good. All right, kids, good to talk to you. I love you.
Love you, bye.
Love you, bye.
Well, he wasn't kidding.